once we are just started this amazing Discord cafe, I like to remember everyone that in this format, we like to everyone make your questions, share something with Ulises, ask whatever you want. And so while he's drawing, so if anyone already has his questions, write it down. Come on, just wait to anyone to finish, and yeah, ask anyone you want, anything you want.
What's this cooking for?
Ulises, when you were younger, did you have any characters that you created yourself and drew in your notebooks? And are those characters still around? Do you still draw those characters?
When I was in elementary school, I had a character that was a ripoff of Snake Eyes, mixed with Robocop. Where those characters was a big thing in that era, but now I have left them ago, a very long time ago. I try to make new stories. I'm still in the early phases because I don't really have time to start doing my own comic book, because lately I've been very busy with most of the McFarlane stuff I have done, and also some stuff in DC Comics. So really I don't have so much time to do anymore.
You should at least take a little time every once in a while to do something you want to do.
I can hear. Please repeat.
You should take time every once in a while to do something that you would like to do.
Yeah. But sometimes it's really hard because of the deadlines.
Yeah, I understand.
And
those deadlines are a lot of pressure.
Yeah. And you get, yeah. And I'm also going to say that when you look drawing a lot for a long time, you get very rusty trying to get drawing again. It's something that happened a lot to me. So I try to, when I'm going to make more illustrations or make more, or trying to make more comic books for my own, I try to get some time first to start, get warm and get more fluid, drawing more stuff. But it can sometimes get hard because it's like you are running and just stop. It's really hard to get the same speed as you were before. It's kind of similar here.
Right, I can understand that. By the way, Snake Eyes is a awesome character to pattern your first drawings after.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe was my thing when I was young, way back in the 80s.
Actually, around 6 months ago, I had the chance to work in a cover by Larry Hama, drawing the Snake Eyes. It was for a convention in Europe.
Nice.
Was like a childhood dream for me.
Yeah, man, that's awesome.
Yeah. Some of the stuff I really enjoy of this job. You get the chance to work with the people who really influence your childhood. And sometimes you become friends with some of them. I try to make some shapes, and the shapes are going usually direct me what direction I'm going to take. This kind of drawings that I don't need to get a specific character and gesture to. Here I'm doing something more free. But sometimes I get inspired by music, something I have seen of the earlier in the day. But this time I try to get my mind white, in blank, and see what happens. I have very vague ideas of what I'm doing, but I like to make my instinct take me wherever it takes. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that it's going to take a good path right now. It's looking pretty awesome very quick, right?
I've seen something maybe more little like Warhammer, maybe.
Like Warhammer.
Uh-huh. I don't know, maybe it changed with the more traces, but the idea is getting along that way. Okay. This is basically my sketch. I'm going to define more the lines, more definitive lines.
Man, I wish I could do that sketch.
Quick question, Ulises. What's your favorite program to use when drawing and coloring? Or do you have multiple programs you use?
No, I first I started using Painter, the first versions, because I started to using digital work because I was working in a advertising agency, doing mostly storyboards for selling cars. I work a lot in Honda ads, but with the time, the clients needed more adjustments and changes. So I have to learn to work digital to make the process more fast. So I started using Painter because was the most natural thing, because I studied painting in university, fine arts. So I started using that program because I feel it more natural to do the transition, but with the time I changed it to Photoshop. Since Photoshop, I believe, was Photoshop 5. Since then, I haven't left them. I try sometimes some software, but I didn't get along very well. In Photoshop I can do whatever I have in my mind, so I don't see right now the need to change, really.
Nice. So right now you're on Photoshop. Sorry, my ignorance, but
sorry, I didn't listen.
You are on Photoshop right now, or what program are you using?
Yeah, I'm using Photoshop.
Yeah, nice.
You already seen me using another program.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, because I haven't tried Photoshop, and I know it's a most professional app that all professional artists use, but yeah, I haven't tried Photoshop. I'm keeping with Procreate right now for the
most of the artists are using Procreate for line work, because I think the line work and tools that offers Procreate are a lot better, a lot more natural created for doing comic books. You have formats, you have a variety of brushes to try and simulate some stuff that works very well with comic book.
Nice. Yeah, actually, that is going to that it was my it's going to be my second question because every illustrator, every artist in development always want to know what are the brushes that the professional artists are using. Do you have the name about the brush that you use for this that you are using right now for this sketch?
I tried. I collect a lot of brushes, as you can see. Let me do a little pan. Most of them, it's very rare that I use them.
Oh, I think we can see it right there, but don't worry. Yeah, never mind. It's maybe something about the sharing the screen because we can see the brushes.
Okay.
We'll see later.
Okay. But as I barely use around maybe 8 brushes the most.
Okay.
But for penciling, for I mean for inking, just I use one brush. This one I'm using right now. I like I can make, for example, lines very thin, but with the pressure, lines get very strong.
Yeah,
I feel it's more similar, like using some markers or brush.
Nice. Hey, everyone, join the stage and make your question because, and I can finish. I have a lot of questions to ask Ulises, but I invite everyone to come join the stage and ask anything you want.
Something I like really a lot about doing digital stuff. You can save time.
Ulysses, is there any character or type of art that you would love to do but have never drawn?
So a year ago, I almost had the chance to work in a He-Man comic book. So it was a big thing for me when I was a child. So that kind of stuff is the stuff I wish someday I can work. Maybe Thundercats, Transformers, 18 cartoons.
You are right up my alley, man. That's perfect. Those
It's stuff I really enjoy.
Best years with He-Man, Transformers, Thundercats, G.I. Joe, all of it. Good stuff.
Yeah. I like.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Something I really like about some of those cartoons. They have a very big influence of anime. Some of the intros actually were made in Japan. Very dynamic, a lot of rhythm in the narrative. So I really love them, the style of these animations. I really make a big influence. I think even in the stuff I do at the time. Okay.
Nice. Do you have what is your favorite anime? What is your top 3 anime, for example?
Anime?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not in order, but I like a lot Samurai Champloo. It's a mix of hip hop and samurais. I don't know if you have seen them.
Oh, I haven't seen, by the way.
Samurai Champloo was more like Evangelion, for example.
Evangelion is dope.
Cowboy Bebop is something I really like.
Watch Chainsaw Man. You'll love that, and you'll be wanting to draw that character constantly.
What character? Sorry?
La de Chainsaw Man. ¿Sí lo has visto el de Chainsaw Man? El güey que se hace sierra, que se convierte en sierra viviente.
Yeah. I started seeing it a few weeks ago. I really like it. And it's something I want to, when I have find the time, to do some fan art.
Yes.
The design is very crazy. I never imagined that someone came to with that idea, but it looks very cool.
Yeah, I like to make some fan art of Chainsaw Man too, by the way. Yeah, it's pretty dope. Some people say that, or some people are comparing the animation because I think the studio that did Bleach are the same studio working on Chainsaw Man. But I have found some. We call it in Spanish. It doesn't make sense, but we call it in Spanish fans with red bones, los de hueso colorado que les decimos.
Yeah.
And those fans say that the animation is trash compared to Bleach. That the animation is just very awful of Chainsaw Man, and I'm like, man, I fucking love the animation. It's pretty dope.
And compared with the stuff I've seen lately, I think it's some of the best animation right now.
Yeah, they have a very for me at least. I know some few animes, and I'm watching more anime in the last couple of months. But yeah, I think it has a very unique style because the lines of the drawing of the anime, they are thin lines. Well, at least I perceive in that way. The lines are very thin, and that makes like a different perspective for the animation.
Yeah. Some anime I also like are Doctor Stone.
Oh yeah, I love Doctor Stone too.
Doctor Stone, One Punch Man, I love them. Something.
Yeah, I haven't seen One Punch Man, but I have it on my list. By the way, I think I just saw like 2 or 3 episodes, but there's a lot of anime that I like to watch.
It's a very fun parody of superheroes, also Sentai characters. But I really like it.
Yeah, I have just Googled Samurai Champloo, and yeah, I didn't know them. And, well, at least the images that I'm seeing, it looks very, very good.
I think are the same creators as Cowboy Bebop.
Oh yeah, you're right. It makes sense what I'm seeing.
Ulises, do you get a chance to do physical very much, or are you strictly digital for all your work?
Depends of the time I have. I like to do physical work because I like to get accidents and later try to fix it. So in digital, we can adjust and do correction in infinite way. So there is never a problem during a correction, but with doing working physical, you get more responsibility with each brush strokes you do. So it's something for some people can be very stressful, but for me, it's something I really enjoy. To know that each brush strokes that I do is very important. So it's a different way to think when I work in physical. This is something that I really enjoy, really. I like to do watercolors, also using Copic markers. It's just lately I haven't done most acrylic paintings, but it's something I like to. But with the rush of time I have right now, it's kind of hard to find to do something with so many passions with that is working in something physical. I do it mostly in vacations.
Nice, nice. So I'm going to read some questions of the community that are typing in a general chat. So you don't need to switch between screens. My man, Texas Red, he's asking, what do you enjoy drawing and what do you avoid while drawing?
I really enjoy drawing characters in general. Mostly girls, something I really enjoy. Monsters, also enjoy doing monsters. Something I really hate is doing cityscapes.
Okay.
Cityscapes are drawing a lot of buildings and stuff. It's something I really don't like. But I also like to draw cars, but I'm very slow to do it. But it's something I really enjoy too. Doing some kind of cyberpunk stuff. It's something that I really enjoy. I try to make a lot of different stuff because I think if I only draw some general stuff like maybe chicks with guns and repeat over and over again, I get very bored really easy. So I try to change the subject as often as is possible.
Okay.
Kiwi girl, come on up.
Hey, it's Kiwi.
Hello. I had to find my mute button there.
Hey, how are you? How are
Hey,
you?
I'm good. How are you?
Nice, nice. We're enjoying a lot drawing. What do you think of Ulises? Can you believe that we have like 15 minutes that he already started drawing and look what's it right now?
I know. It's amazing. Like just those kind of really simple line drawings, and even like right from the start, I could tell, like you could see kind of the shape and things. So I have maybe kind of a, I don't know, technical nerdy question. When you were doing the irises, so in the eyes, I noticed it kind of looked almost like a yin yang thing. Whereas when I draw eyes, I would just do kind of the two circles. And I'm intrigued kind of about that. Like, is that a specific thing you do, or is that how you're meant to draw irises? I was just, I was getting super nerdy on that phase.
Okay. I use my own logic. I'm going to make an example. Maybe if we have I'm going to make a big rock. We have this side.
Yeah, that's what I would normally do.
If we have this direction of light, that means we have a big white here. White. Yeah. It's like a reflex of the light.
Oh, that's so cool. Thank you for explaining that. My mind is blown.
Sometimes I get this from looking at mangas, so I make my own adaptation to drawing in more the style I like to draw. It's a mix. But sometimes I get maybe more brights, depending of how close is the image to the iris. So it depends. It's mostly some you take to make it more personal, more influenced like the stuff you like, and get it more personal, obviously.
That is so awesome. Thank you so much for explaining that. And it really, it makes the eyes kind of look like they have depth, and you know, whereas sometimes, like when I draw them, they kind of just look flat and dead. Thank you. That was super helpful. And yeah, it's looking amazing. I love the way you did the hair as well, that you kind of started, because I would start from the top and go down. But the way you started from like the bottom and went up, again, is that kind of to get where the light hits.
Yeah.
And this is so cool. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this. And thank you for, Gabe and Cheesebone for, bringing me up for the question. I'm going to go back to nerding out now.
Thanks a lot, TKG. And yeah, that's a pretty interesting question. Can you leave? These are free lessons for a professional artist, just for free, just for holding your Spelunky.
I know, right? It's worth like thousands.
Yeah, obviously these lessons are pretty expensive, and yeah, it's pretty amazing what Ulises have just explained. It makes a lot of difference in a simple eye. And yeah, I think I have the ability just to paint the eyes just like you, TKG. But great advice.
That technique looks like such a time saver.
Yeah. So you get a very symmetrical stuff, so you don't get in trouble and get it fast.
Yeah, yesterday we were talking about workflow at some point of the interview in the tour space, and well, here you have it. The workflow that Ulises is doing is amazing. As I just said a few minutes ago, in a very few minutes, he has almost finished a lead ink sketch, and that is pretty amazing. And that is what I was talking about yesterday, about having the workflow, or an efficient workflow. It's pretty dope to learn from professionals.
It's some of the good stuff that left me working in advertising, because I need to get very fast doing all the storyboards, drawing all the kind of stuff, cars, cities, people talking. Because most of the deadlines were only one day. Only in one day I have to do around 10 frames.
10 frames in one day.
Yeah. Inked and colored. Was a fun work. I got it when I have around 17 years. 17? 17. And was a half time working in those before I go to school. So it was kind of fun. Sometimes I didn't have chance to sleep before going to school, but it was a extra money that helped me a lot to buy more materials to experiment, and also a lot of comic books.
Oh, nice. So you have to work part. You have a part-time job, so you can earn money to buy new materials. You can work on new techniques, right?
Yeah. And trying always to experiment using different techniques and checking if the quality of the materials make really a difference. Because some materials maybe are expensive, but you didn't work for the stuff you want to do. But some materials really, the price is correct, because it make a lot of difference. Like maybe Copic markers are the best stuff I have used it in talking about markers. But when you are young, you don't have a lot of money, but it's kind of some of the materials you don't have the chance to use a lot.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Now that you're mentioning it, I remember just saw one of the videos that, yeah, I think it was Javi Fernandez shared. And man, I'm obviously, as I mentioned yesterday, I'm learning to illustrate and learning techniques and all that stuff. And I saw a video, this man is scratching the paper with some coder and doing some, for me, weird stuff, but with an amazing cover, I think I don't remember if it was a cover for King Spawn or it was a panel, but man, the technique, I was so impressed because I have no idea, even if I was looking what he's doing, I have no idea what he was doing, to be honest. So, man, what is he doing? And the final result of the illustration, well, of the art piece, not the illustration, is just outstanding. It's just, it's on another level. And by the way, I remember we didn't mention it yesterday exactly, but you did color the cover of the trading paperback of King Spawn Volume 1, right?
Yeah.
So how was we're working on that? Because it was made by Javi Fernandez, right?
With Javi, I had the chance to work around 6 years ago, maybe, in a DC series called Dooms. It was a very fun experience to work with him. So working again this time in Spawn character was something I really enjoyed because Javi is a person that I like a lot. He is a really good artist and a really nice person.
Nice. So, well, maybe I'm going to ask you some help to invite him to be because I obviously know that everyone in here would love to see Javi doing a live drawing for us. But I just kidding. But yeah, it's a very amazing season here. His technique, it's for me, it's just outstanding. It's incredible how he. I don't even find the right words. What is the effect that he gets through an illustration, through a simple panel, creating or using different techniques? His work, it's just amazing.
Yeah. It's a very free technique. I have seen doing some samples in conventions. It's really a fun experience to see him work.
Hola.
Hola.
Hey, ¿qué tal, Raúl?
Bien, estoy acá también dibujando.
¿Cómo estás?
Bien, muy bien. Quería preguntarte ahorita que estabas hablando de lo que también no te gustaba dibujar edificios o fondos, creo que fue lo que dijiste más o menos.
Sí.
No sé si tienes alguna técnica para como simplificar un poco más la parte, porque en este momento, por ejemplo, yo estoy acá dibujando edificios.
Algo que me gusta hacer es mejor trabajo directamente con color como si fueran siluetas, tratando de que con esto le voy a dar más importancia a los personajes. Haz de cuenta como usando la técnica que se usa normalmente en animación, que los fondos son pintados y me resulta más sencillo resolverlo con color directamente, simplificando formas.
O sea que el fondo no lo haces con, digo, a lo que te entiendo, el fondo no lo haces con sketch y tinta, sino lo haces directamente en color.
Sí.
Muy bien.
Y otra pregunta, esta no sé si es un poco boba. No sé si cuál prefieres, a Batman o a Superman.
Creo que, pues, Batman. Crecí siempre leyendo a Batman. Mis personajes, con los que crecí, fue siempre Batman y Daredevil.
El dibujo que te dije ayer es un Batman de de Batman que estoy
Ok,
haciendo.
ok. Para que luego me muestres.
Sí, ya casi lo estoy terminando.
Ulises, era pregunta engañosa. Tenías que decir que Spawn.
Es que también Batman es amigo de Spawn.
Sorry that we are translating, but let me translate you very, very quick. So Raul is doing a draw right now. He's drawing right now, and actually he's doing some buildings. And he'd like to ask Ulises about any advice to draw the buildings. So the advice from Ulises said that he prefers to do like direct coloring and not using inking or sketching, but direct coloring, so the characters keep like the main point or the main focus. I mean, in the drawing. So that's the technique that he preferred to use for the backgrounds, and that's the advice that he gave to Raul, that is actually drawing right now. And the second question, maybe you can understand some parts, that what does Ulises prefer, Batman or Superman? And pues obviously Ulises say Batman, and I think I say that it's a tricky question. He should answer Spawn is his favorite character, but not just kidding. But yeah, thanks Raul, and we love to see what you're working right now soon, and keep with the grinding, man. Keep with the grinding.
Gracias.
It's so crazy to see the techniques with Photoshop that you can use to just absolutely save time. Wow. You're the first artist to draw in Photoshop, so this is really interesting that I've ever seen live. So this is unreal.
You're right. Yeah, because Sean, Ulises, we have Sean Alexander as a guest. We have John Boyd Meyers. We have live drawings. It was from
Todd.
Sean Alexander.
Todd and just Todd. I think it was Todd and JSA.
Yeah, and yeah, you're right. And Jason was drawing in his iPad, by the way, right?
Yeah, he was using his iPad. I think he was using Procreate like Todd was.
Yeah, actually, yeah, he was using Procreate. So that's where I found I'm on the good way.
Most of the artists are working in Procreate because I work old school, still using Photoshop for doing all the work.
But it's amazing what you're doing right now, man. And yeah, that's the technique that you're using by selecting and filling with the color. I have seen Mr. Todd do that a lot with the shading and inking. Man, it's just impressive how he gives his special touch for an illustration just with that technique that you're using by selecting and filling the color.
And this is just the base for the coloring. I'm going to do something more special, adding more texture, values, and get along with the image.
Nice, man. And by the way, now that we just mentioned Mr. Todd, I need to ask this question. How was the first time that you met Mr. Todd? Well, first, when it was it, and how it was it when you met Mr. Todd for the first time?
That's something kind of strange for me because I never had the chance to, when I start working in any editorial, any company, usually I get a call, maybe some email from one of the editors, but never I think I had the chance to get the interview directly with Todd. Talking with Todd was a very great experience for me. And he talked to me about what he need from me as a colorist, what kind of stuff he likes, get me more confidence to explore more of the stuff, because I really think my job really really transformed for a better way since I started working with these characters. So for me, it's one of the best experience I had. I really think Todd is I'm sure is the best se me fue la palabra, jefe, boss, is the best boss I have, the best boss I ever had. So I'm very happy here.
Nice. Yeah, we all want to have Mr. Todd as a boss. It's a pretty nice person. It's just amazing what he's doing with this community. Sometimes he have the opportunity to join these cafes. By the way, I don't remember quite exactly. He joined the Scott Campbell Cafe, right, Rem?
Yep, that was the last time he was here.
Yeah, he had the opportunity to join us, and well, it's pretty amazing. Obviously, when we are watching the live drawing, and then the Todd Father joins, it's just amazing for the community to share some thoughts, some questions, and just the experience. That's why a lot of people in here, or all the people in here, love this project, because it's a very unique experience, I think, that we are trying to bring to all the community, to give something back about all their support.
Yeah. So the first stage of coloring is done. I'm going to get to the fun stuff, that is doing all the render and taking the big decisions.
What am I name her?
Sorry, I didn't understand.
What are we going to name her?
I'm going to leave that for you guys. You decide. You make
We had to come up with a name tonight then, while we're all here.
Yeah, Ram, can you help us with that? Maybe I don't know if it's an option to do some follow-up.
Yeah, wait, so start typing out suggestions in general chat for the name of this character, and then we'll pick the best ones. We'll do a poll towards the end of the drawing, and that will be the name. So start typing out suggestions in general chat.
Yeah, that's a great idea, man. Thanks a lot.
Yep. Sophia Hammer. Ooh.
Yeah, I like that, and it's the first one.
Yeah, that's a nice name.
No bad suggestions. Keep them coming. Scourge, no. Ooh. Uatu, I don't think I have the /poll command in here. Does it work in this? Because you might have to do the poll command.
So, Ulises, what are your thoughts about artificial intelligence, better known as AI art? What do you think about that? Because the last applications, I don't know what's the right name for that, are just incredible. How do they work, and how easy you can get a very complex image just by typing some words? So what are your thoughts about artificial intelligence?
It's kind of hard because I have seen some of the image, some AI artists are showing a rip-off of some art of some other artists. So it's kind of hard because I have seen some stuff I find very interesting, like what if like a movie was done, maybe Aliens done by Wes Anderson. Some of the stuff I find really interesting and fun.
Okay.
But using for art, I think these are in very early stages. I think the technology have to improve a lot because Can't draw hands, by the way. I have seen very ugly hands.
That's a
Maybe some
drawing that I didn't know that hands.
hands and abs. I have seen some images with 12 abs and maybe 6 fingers. So it's fun. It's fun for now, but I think the technology has to evolve to get more serious stuff and see what really could really do. Because I'm not convinced yet. But I can understand why many artists are very hungry about this, that they didn't like, because some of the clients get very cheap and didn't care if the quality was good or not, because they need something fast and to resolve as fast and cheap possible.
Yeah, definitely it's a cheap thing, but yeah, it's very interesting. But yeah, I agree with some of the points that you mentioned. Yeah, we all know some are the side that like the artificial intelligence, and yeah, some other very professional artists prefer the traditional illustration. But yeah, it's a very interesting technology that is working right now.
I find it a great way to do quick experiments, maybe as a brainstorm of videos. But for doing final stuff, I don't think it's close right now to get a good job.
Okay. Okay.
Ulises, what's the current technique you're using to color? Is it like a blurring or a smudging type technique?
It's not. I'm just using the same brush to doing other stuff and trying to apply more intensity with the brush strokes to do. I'm going to do a sample here. If I push really hard the brush, the color get this way. If I made some softer brush strokes, looks that way. I'm trying to do a balance, mixing light brush strokes, doing some transition of color. It's something I get with experience, but it's easy for me right now.
It's amazing.
Is something mixing. I like to work of medium value to dark fields to select the areas with the biggest shadows. Yeah, and then I just start working, adding lights slowly and trying to make the big shapes first and getting at for last the little details with highlights.
Nice. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting technique and makes a very special effect. As TKG say before, it gives a lot of depth. And it looks, everything that you're doing right now, it looks like pretty easy when you're watching how you do it.
Okay. It's kind of this working every day, doing the same stuff, really get easier. And also getting more experience, getting tricks, getting stuff that work every time. It's make a fast way to finish any image you have in mind. I like to do a little adjustment with effects. right now I changed the brush to overlay. I'm going to add some values here to make the skin more interesting, and also make pop some areas. Let me and also like to add some secondary light. I'm going to make the background more cold. So I'm going to add some of these values here in the skin to integrate more the image, and also add more volume to the image.
How can you explain to us how do you get that volume to the image? Where you're just saying I'm watching that you're doing it, but what is the technique that you're using? Like how do you do that?
It's something I learned from studying a little time photography. If you add a secondary light, you make pop some areas in different way if you only have one source of light. I like to keep cold light versus opposite warm light or reddish light. I try to experiment this to get different experience for the viewer.
Nice. So the first light is the one that we are seeing over the character that shows like her skin, right? And the second light is that blue one that you are putting in her jaw, in her cheeks, right?
Yeah, it's something to make more interesting the image, basically.
Yeah, definitely makes a change, and it's a change that it's look pretty quick.
Yes, it's kind of fast and very effective way to make the sculpt of the face more interesting.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, so actually what you just say about learning some tricks with the experience and trying new things and learning new things. I have just watched one interview of another very known artist. I'm pretty sure that you know him. Is Humberto Ramos. It's a well-known artist here in Mexico, and we love all his work. And I was watching some interview when other fellas that I hope we can have in here someday. This Jesus Aburto and Victor Olazaba. We have them on our list. So yeah, I was watching some interview of Humberto Ramos with them, and Humberto Ramos mentioned something pretty interesting for me, because obviously you as a professional, how many years do you think Humberto Ramos has worked doing comic books?
Since I was very young, fierce.
Yeah.
Maybe a lot.
He has so many years. I don't know if I can say a number, but he mentioned that the past week of the interview, he has like 5 or 6 courses that he bought on domestica.org. Remember we mentioned that yesterday. So you have a professional artist that has worked so many years for companies like DC and Marvel, and still he's buying new courses in a web page to learn more. If you say to me what do you think that you can teach to Humberto Ramos, I don't have an answer. It's obviously if I ask, if someone asks what do you think that you can teach to Mr. Todd, I know there's a lot of new improvements and new techniques in technology, but it's just incredible how people that love their works, they always trying to learn something new, and that's what you just mentioned about grinding very hard and finding new techniques and experiment with new techniques and just practicing a lot to always keep your work getting better, right?
Yeah, it's part of the fun of this. I think if someday I find I don't evolve anymore, these things maybe just don't be for me anymore. I have to try maybe new stuff, maybe doing a sculpture or anything, because part of this, the stuff I liked about this is that I have the chance to always be evolving, always be experiment with different styles, techniques, and you, as you said, you never stop to learning.
Right now I have 10 names listed out. I'm going to post it's not a poll because I couldn't figure out the poll bot, but this is a message. Here are the names. Please vote for your favorite one. We have Sophia Hammer, Layla, Persephone Danger, Lawanu, Maya Mist, Captain Anastasia Wolf, Anastasia, Guinevere, Savage Peggy, Steel Blue Soul Piercer. So go ahead and
Soul Piercer, nice.
We'll find the reactions and film in, so it's easier. For
you. I like the first one, Sophia Hammer. I think that's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Pretty neat, that name. It's amazing. Persephone Danger, Layla, I like it too. Anastasia, you like Anastasia or Captain Anastasia Wolf? Captain Anastasia Wolf here reporting. Yeah, they're nice. Thanks everyone that is participating in this poll. Thanks everyone that is suggesting names. If you have any question that you like to ask and you are kind of shy to come join the stage, you can ping me in the general chat and I'll take a look at your question and I'll ask for you, Ulises. Man, I just turned my head to the chat 1 second and instantly you have an amazing background in within seconds. It's just...
That's insane. Right now, we have a 10-way, Savage Peggy and Sophia Hammer is winning.
Sophia Hammer.
Yeah, sound cool.
Okay. Yeah, nice. So, Ulises, do you have like a favorite comic writer? Not illustrator, but comic writer, or do you have something? Well, so let me reformulate this question. First of all, do you read comics?
I used to. Right now I don't have a lot of time, but I was very fan of Alan Moore, Alan Grant, Kirkman in the early stuff in Image, Neil Gaiman.
Okay.
Some of the basic stuff.
And yeah, I understand because now you're very busy, obviously, with that work that you mentioned before we started this cafe. That you used to work for books a month, but now you mentioned now you're working in 2 books.
I just finished some stuff. DC was the adaptation for the spin-off adaptation of the Black Adam movie. I take the part of Dr. Fate. So it was a very fun experience because I love the design of the character. So
yeah, a lot of people, including me, love that character in the movie. I think it's very well designed.
Yeah, but very hard because I make a lot of reflection of the metal. So but it's something I really enjoy. It was very fun for me.
So you already work on that you're mentioning.
Yeah.
Nice. I would love to see that work. I don't remember if I saw in your Instagram. Do you share it somewhere?
Yeah. I share some of the pages.
Okay.
That also I like to something I learned in the last years. I didn't notice that I'm better doing some stuff that is related to horror, to noise style, something more dark storytelling. It's easy for me to work in that style of comic books. Maybe because when I was a kid, my older cousins, brought me to see some Halloween movies,
Nice.
Friday 13 movies. Some of the slasher of the 80s, I seen most of them when I was 6 years. A very young kid.
Okay.
But so it's kind of influenced the style of the films I liked. I also like a lot of the James Bond movies, also Star Wars, stuff like that. It's always kept a big influence of the stuff I really enjoy to do most. I like to, because of that, I like to do science fiction. I just said before, the cyberpunk stuff. It's kind of mixing all this stuff in one genre that keeps some of the stuff of each or one of those.
Nice. So I think about what you're saying, that maybe you like to work. I don't know if you already work with Humberto Garza.
Humberto Garza, I don't think so.
Oh, you haven't worked, but do you remember who it is?
No.
Oh, well, I'll share with you later some of his work that he does. Actually, all of that stuff, that creepy stuff. He made this. I forgot the name. We're going to have here in Monterrey the heavy metal fest, and he did the poster for this year. And he was he was at this convention here in Monterrey in this edition. So yeah, actually he's also in my list to inviting him to OddKey and do some work stuff. But yeah, the point was that he works in all that creepy stuff that you're mentioning, horror things and all kind of creepy creatures.
Okay.
Yeah. So by the way, any artist that you like to work with that you haven't?
Okay, let me see. Scott Campbell, maybe. When I was started reading comic books again, was one of the first pencilers I like a lot, because his stuff was more young-oriented style. A lot of influences I seen on him of Masamune Shiro, more manga style. So right now he started changing a lot. I think he's one of the most elegant artists in the business. I also like a lot of his designs for sculptors, but I like a lot of his work. Also Jim Lee, also Greg Capullo, maybe.
Yeah. Those are just amazing artists, and yeah, love their work. So yeah, we have Scott Campbell last week, I think. I forgot the day, but yeah.
He was also drawing?
No, he was just it was a Discord cafe, it was a tourist space.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, he wasn't drawing.
He was just doing a community Q&A because he had a drop coming up on OddKey.
Okay.
Right now, the top 4 names are Captain Anastasia Wolf, Sophia Hammer, Savage Peggy, and Steel Blue Soul Piercer. What's your favorite, Ulises?
Can you repeat again?
Yep. Captain Anastasia Wolf is number 1. Number 2 is Sophia Hammer, then Savage Peggy, then Steel Blue Soul Piercer.
Savage Peggy sounds sexy.
So angry because let me tell you, please someone do something to Savage Peggy. Don't win. Sorry for my laugh, but that's way too funny. Yeah, I'm reading right now the chat. Sorry, I just lost that message, but I read that she's say, please someone do something that Sophia, but that Peggy, Savage Peggy, sorry, don't win the poll.
There's someone in this chat right now nicknamed Savage Peggy because they destroyed the other team in trivia night with her Disney knowledge. And so,
oh yeah, you're right. Remember that we have trivia nights, Ulises, that we mentioned?
No.
Yesterday, Ren mentioned that on Wednesdays we have trivia nights, and this week one. Yeah,
I remember.
Yeah. So some Peggy destroy the scores, right?
It's going to be interesting if she does get named Savage Peggy, and then the Scorch wins her at auction. We'll own Savage Peggy.
Yeah, but you won't own the Trivia Night legend. Let's do another round of voting now that we have our top 4. King Parzival just posted the top 4 names. Let's get another round of voting in now that there's less options and more data. So let's see what y'all are thinking. It's in general chat if anyone's curious. King Parzival CC posted it, the top 4. So go ahead and get your votes up.
So, Ulises, what's the comic that it was like the harder to color?
Sorry, I was paying attention. What did you say?
Oh, what comic do you think was the harder work to do?
A lot of years ago, when was one of my first comic books I have to color in Marvel, was a Halo comic book.
Okay.
Well, I have to check a lot of reference of the background, weapons, ships, armors, aliens, a lot of stuff I have to check. Also was one of the first comic books I had worked with some artists that use 3D. So the pages were really detailed, and it take me a lot of time to make a page. Usually, when I'm fast doing a comic book page, it takes around 3 hours max. But in that comic book, some pages take me a couple of days.
Couple days to do some pages. Damn.
Yeah.
How many time? How long it takes you to finish? I know it's depending on the work. Do you have some time that you usually need to finish one page?
Depends. I have worked with Stephen Segovia a lot of years in different comic books and editorials. But with his style, I feel very confident, and it's easy for me. I can do a book of him in around 5 days. It's enough time to make a book. But with some artists, it can take me 2 or 3 times a lot more time, depending on how detailed are the pages, the style of comic book is maybe if it's something more sci-fi gets more difficult because you get to make the characters very detailed, looking similar each page. So a lot of time is needed to get these pages maintaining the quality. So it's something I really didn't enjoy. But I like to make to try to keep the time around 5 hours maximum. But sometimes I can be really fast. My record in doing a page it's around 12 minutes.
12 minutes.
12 minutes is my record. I just had something once in my life, but this only one it was done. But I don't like to try to get so little time to make a page because it's only for extreme situations, because the deadline is hard and maybe the artist send me late the pages, but I don't like that kind of situations.
I think it takes me 12 minutes just to find the right brush right now for me. So you did a whole drawing in 12 minutes. That's amazing. And yeah, obviously. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to do right now some value adjustments. Then I'm going to make more textures and doing some effects.
Nice. It just looks pretty amazing right now. And it's getting better. So, Ulises, you mentioned yesterday at the beginning of our interview some project that you're working.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you talk about that a little bit with us so people can know what other projects are you working with?
I also started working in an NFT license with one of the artists I like most when I was young. Is Adam Polina. He was working in the 90s in X-Men, in X-Force. So he, last year he invited me to... Sorry? Last year he invited me to work with him in those characters called Icon, the license. So I'm working with him doing some style. I try to experiment and doing some style of coloring more based in kind of Moebius, but with a more modern twist. But I like to experiment depending on the style of the penciler and the style of the license.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I have seen some of that work, and yeah, the art is pretty dope. The characters had a lot of personality, and well, if you're working coloring that art too.
Yeah.
So if you're working on that way, as we can see, we can be pretty sure that it's a dope art and it's pretty interesting. So the project is called Icon.
Icon, yeah. And around 10 characters with a lot of variations. And those characters are going to appear in a comic book and some secret stuff that we are showing, I hope, early next year.
So we're getting some alpha right now. So you're doing a comic book with that in that project.
We're starting a comic book right now, doing the first pages actually, but the plan is to finish You still hear me?
Yep, we're still here.
Oh yeah, just the transmission ended. Se cortó la transmisión. A ver.
Stop
Pero sí te
sharing your
escuchamos,
screen.
sí.
And also, the community has come to a vote and has dubbed her Captain Anastasia Wolf.
He disconnected, right?
I'm not totally sure what happened.
¿Estoy ahí todavía?
Sí te escuchamos, pero la transmisión es lo único que no se ve.
A ver.
Sí, sí te podemos escuchar, pero ya ahí creo que ya se está apareciendo listo. Don't worry, everyone. We have everything under control.
You can see me right now?
Yep, we can see your screen.
Okay.
Man, look how easy he makes those slides. Man, you have to undo it and redo it again, please. Just one moment you do that, it just looks amazing. You do just some strokes and it looks pretty dope.
It's on the final taste that make the image pop.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to make a little darker. I want to make the face pop a little more. Okay. So I don't like a lot the background. I'm going to make some adjustment to make it fun to watch.
So, Ulises, what activities do you do while you're drawing? Like, you like to have some music, or you like to watch some movies, even if you're not putting a lot of attention. But what do you like to do until you're drawing?
It depends of the phase of the deadline. When I have a lot of time, I like to make a lot of phone calls, watching some movies that even some movies that I have seen before to not pay too much attention. Maybe it's good. Maybe listen some podcasts, music. Most of the time, I'm doing some phone calls. Basically, I like it because some of the things I don't like a lot about this one, you can be very lonely because you stay all day in front of the screens working. So I try to keep people around me, maybe just with phone calls, Zoom calls, and stuff like that.
Nice.
So I'm used to talk and drawing at the same time.
Oh yeah, I thought I was getting confused because you were mentioning that you're doing phone calls, but I thought that you understand while you're not drawing, but you do the phone calls while you're drawing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you have misunderstood, but I was misunderstanding your answer. And what kind of music do you like to inspire you while you're working?
Lately, I'm listening a lot of Tool. As you can see, some of my video process, I select usually mostly Tool, Perfect Circle, Queen of the Stone Age, stuff like that. And depends, because maybe next year I change a lot of the reference I'm using, because I think the music I'm using while I work is very important, because can change the mood of the stuff I'm doing. Maybe because of that, I feel like while I'm doing some of the videos, the process videos, I try to keep the same music as I was coloring the image. So because I'm using Tool as soundtrack, so it's something weird because last year I was listening more 70s rock.
Okay.
I don't know why, but it was the stuff I liked more last year.
What bands were you listening?
From Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, Jimi Hendrix, classical stuff.
Nice.
like now called that's rock.
Nice. Have you heard Greta Van Fleet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them a lot. It's pretty. It's like kind of like Led Zeppelin, a new Led Zeppelin band. But yeah, they have, the singer is amazing.
Yeah. I'm adding some stuff to make it pop more the image and adding more effects. Okay. I'm going to repeat the background. Lately.
Oh, nice. So you're just in the background, yeah.
And adding more effects.
And that's how the magic happens.
Make it look so easy.
Yeah. And look at that.
Ooh.
For real. Look at that. How easily he made that effect. Like, I thought it was already amazing. The light on the hair with the adjustment he made in the background. And then he's adding that blurring and just on another level right now within 5 seconds, I think.
I'm going to integrate more the background with character. Like this, I'm going to do once more time. That like to that to
transmission. Yeah, we lost you on the se cortó la transmisión. Ahí ya está de nuevo. Listo.
Still here?
Yeah, we can see you.
Okay.
You doing that tricks while you got the transmission, right? I mean, just right now, we have.
Okay.
Ooh.
Let's see what's happening. Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking that we're getting a great result on your illustration, because this time it's like you are doing a phone call, but with a beautiful community that is joining right now.
So we may call an audible, and it seems like the community wants Savage Peggy, so we're going to do one final vote between Savage Peggy one final vote. I like Savage Peggy, so
yeah.
We're going to keep this going until...
I didn't like it at the beginning, but the community is convincing me right now that...
Although Peggy did say she would cosplay if Savage Peggy won of this character, so I am expecting that. Let's see a picture of that if it happens.
Oh yeah, so we're asking to Peggy cosplay the character. Nice.
Yes, just having some final touch-up because most.
Nice. So, Ulises, you obviously, as a professional artist, you spend a lot of time drawing. So maybe that means that you spend a lot of time sitting in a chair. Do you have any health advice for people that are thinking in becoming a professional artist or illustrators? Do you have any health advice for people? I don't know, what do you do to keep you in good shapes or to care your hands, because it really is your main value, one of your main values. Do you do something to care of yourself, to care yourself?
Yeah, some of the first years I didn't do nothing, and they make me get fat. So I get trouble in the back, my lumbar area. So later that complicates and almost get me to get an operation, but I started to doing some workout, doing some yoga, some Pilates, and right now I'm going to the gym. I try to keep it in shape, try to eat healthy, and trying to go to do some exercise at least 5 days a week.
Nice. So you have a problem in your back that you almost need surgery.
Yeah.
How long was that? How long ago?
Around 10 years. That lesion appeared because one of my niece have an accident and she was sedated. So I charged, but I wasn't very strong. So I hurt my back, and years later that pain come back. And some days nothing happens, and until I started doing some exercise. Right now that pain have never come back since the last 5 years.
Oh, nice. Well, that's very well. So you played the gentleman.
Yeah.
and the result was a knee. The back injury.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been there. We all been there at some point, trying to play the gentleman. Nice. Hey, TKG, if you're still here, take a look at what he's doing in the eyes, because that is some extra adjustment.
I think it's finished. Yeah.
So we call it a wrap right now.
Yeah, it's done.
Nice. Look at those effects. It's pretty amazing. One of the things that it's just unbelievable for me right now is the efficiency that you had in your work. What was that? Okay,
Savage Peggy is the winner.
Give your mic, please.
Savage Peggy, congratulations.
Savage Peggy is the winner.
Savage Peggy.
Peggy, I'm gonna unserver mute you if you want to say something.
I love Savage Peggy.
We're asking you, listen.
What was that?
What?
I don't think they're there. I think there's multiple people watching. Some Savage Peggy. Peggy, if you would like to talk, let me know and I'll unmute you. You got a hot mic.
Oh yeah. He's inviting Peggy to join the mic.
Yeah.
So we can have the honor to have Peggy in the stage and give us some words.
Come on up, Peggy. Come on up. Pretty soon, the Scorched is gonna own you.
Yeah, we can hear you, Peggy.
Yeah, I think I screwed myself. Now I have to cosplay.
You haven't said anything.
But yeah, I think gunslingers, we better get this.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the work, Peggy?
Oh, definitely a very good piece. It's going to be a competition between both the teams trying to own this one-on-one piece. And especially the lights. Wow, the lighting on the hair and the I don't know, it's just a really a nice piece.
Yeah, definitely, it's a pretty nice piece, and yeah, all the after adjustments of the lights and the little changes that makes a difference. That makes a difference. Illustration, it looks pretty dope.
Savage Peggy will forever go down in OddKey history.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm reading the comments, and yeah, everyone was saying that.
Ulises, the community requests that maybe you could sign this piece.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the design, man. The design.
Heck yeah. I'm excited for whoever what team gets this. The Scorched and Gunslingers are going to be battling for this piece.
I'm going to tell you, Ulises, the same thing that I suggest to Jason, Sean Alexander. Be confident to write to my dear friend G Pistol.
Ric Flair says big signature, but I think that's all right. Anything you would like to do, that's perfect. It acts as like a little part of the suit.
Yeah, actually, it's looking like part of the suit.
Nice.
Yeah.
What a beautiful piece.
Yeah, it's just amazing. I don't know if anyone likes to make any questions or your thoughts on this work. You can join us to give us your comments. Hey, what's up, Coach Jack?
Hey, just want to comment. This piece is so different from what's been kind of sketched and dropped before. This is kind of the first one that actually has full shading and a nice color palette. And I also love your sense of texture and blooming with the lights. I feel like this piece stands out compared to even Todd's or anyone else that has done this before. So it looks really great.
Hey, hold on. I mean, you're gonna get fired, my man. Nah, just kidding. Yeah, you're totally right, man. Totally right. And I think I insist. One of the things that makes the illustration work way better or be complete is the efficiency on the process. It's just outstanding how we have right now. Yeah, we're close a few more minutes than the hour because we started maybe at 8:15, and yeah, we have 9:35 right here. In an hour, we have a complete illustration with a lot of details, a lot of depth, the lights, all the shading. It's just amazing. Outstanding work, Ulises. Thanks a lot.
Yes, thank you so much for being here. I know the community really appreciated this. It was a super special experience, and hopefully we'll see you around in the Discord more.
Yeah. It was a very fun experience for me. Thanks for the invitations. And also, when you need it, just call me.
Oh, you can be sure of that, man. You can be sure of that. We're going to invite you to maybe do some another work and to have action with this beautiful community. And before I forget, please share with us all your social media. Where can we find you in Instagram, Twitter?
Okay. More easy. I'm going to post
Oh yeah, you can type in general chat.
Okay.
Yeah, go show Ulises some love on his socials. Comment thanking him for his time in OddKey. It's been a really special night. And Savage Peggy is going to be a great one of one.
Definitely. Let me read some comments, Ren, because all the community sharing his comments if they don't wanting to join the stage. But Traveling Kiwi Girls says I can get over the neck shading either and the detail on the nose. Noah CLS say drop that signature fine, sir. Yeah, it looks pretty dope on the character. Ric Flair says it shows how badass really good color can make a picture look. You are totally right, my man. You are totally right. The color definitely makes a huge difference, but obviously when you have a great work like we're seeing right now. Yeah, it's just amazing. Tabby say thank you so much.
The name you see on Discord, Ulises Arreola, on any social media, I'm sure you'll find him. On Instagram, on Twitter, Facebook.
Yeah, you can find Ulises Arreola on Instagram.
Colby Jackman. Nope, the piece is done. The drawing is complete and the name is finalized. Savage Peggy is going down in OddKey history. I love it.
Yeah, so you can find Ulises on Instagram as Ulises _Arreola. And on Twitter is, I thought is Ulises Arreola P at the end.
Yeah.
Ulises Arreola P. You can find him in Twitter and on Instagram as Ulises _Arreola. So give some love to Ulises, and you better have your wallets with OCT because this beautiful piece is going to auction as soon as possible.
Actually, we are planning on pushing back the one-on-one auctions till the beginning of January, just because we got so much going on. We want to give a whole week dedicated to one-of-one releases. So this will be in the new year. This will be one of the first pieces going up for OddKey, Savage Penny. So be looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's going to be dope and a great way to start 2023 with Savage Penny from Ulises Arreola. I still can't believe Savage Penny.
I have to make more images.
You have to what, sorry?
I have to do more images about.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. Yeah, so I don't know, Rem, if you need to share any other information with us, we call it a wrap.
Yeah, I just want to thank you, Ulises, so much for your time and the community for all being here. As a reminder, we do monthly POAPs. You all just saw that November POAP and designed by our very own Jabizel, who hosted tonight's cafe. Thank you for doing that. They look great. But this cafe does count towards December POAPs. So we took screenshots throughout the night, and basically, if you attend one more cafe or you attend a trivia night, you're eligible for the December POAP. We do have the Santa Slayer 100 editions coming up December 7th and December 8th. You can scroll to the top of the events Discord. You'll see an events calendar with all the upcoming events. So we have the Santa Slayer drop, and then we actually have an OddKey Cafe next week featuring Aaron Conley. It will not be an artist drawing. It'll be more of a question and answer. Just getting to meet Aaron Conley as an artist. And then that Wednesday, right after that, we got trivia night. So we got a few things planned and definitely looking forward to that. Yeah, I just hope you guys all enjoyed your time here. I thank you again, Ulises. This was very special, and I'm excited to see you again in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man. Yeah, Colby Jack says, open up the Peggy universe. and Tiki.
The Peggy verse.
Peggy verse it actually works pretty well.
Maybe I'm doing some variation.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, you can share later with us another word. Yeah, thanks a lot, man. Muchísimas gracias, Ulises, a la gente hispanohablante que tuvo oportunidad de unirse el día de unir. Se me confunden las palabras entre inglés y español ya. Los que tuvieron la oportunidad de unirse a este live drawing con Ulises, muchísimas gracias. Esperamos que la comunidad hispanohablante se siga incrementando. Gracias por todo su ayuda a seguir creciendo. Y sí, espero tener la oportunidad de para diciembre hacer un co-op como el que tuve la oportunidad de crearles para ahora en noviembre, el cual al parecer pues, les agradó mucho. Thank you everyone for the support, and I'm pretty happy with all the words that you shared with me about this November co-op. It comes from the bottom of my heart to all of you that are just a beautiful community. And I know I mentioned it in a lot of comments through the day, but this is just having an amazing team, having Percival, having Rem, having Chris, Frisky, and all the team, and just we are trying to give something back for what you're doing in here. Thank you all. Thank you, Ulises, again, and have a good night, everyone.